Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, our beautiful country, and how we're going to fix both of them together. The content that I'm about to show you is You're Being Effective. The RINOs, particularly the ones like Susan Collins and Lisa Murkowski, the ones that are Democrats but have R behind their names for their districts and personal advancement. Yeah, they're starting to feel some pressure because the things I'm about to show you is they're openly saying we don't like being threatened about primaries if we don't go along with what the voters want. You're going to love every second of this. Do not let off this gas because this party is just getting going. Everything will be linked in the description box below per usual, of course. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on because we are experiencing a little bit of that, correction from the algorithm on the subscription. So make sure you guys aren't getting unsubscribed because we're noticing an unusual pattern. And like I said, thank you for that. Let's get into this, beautiful people. Check this out. If there has ever been something that is so beautiful, I don't know if I can say it, except that one time that you modified that's a rifle, the pistol, the way just we wanted. You got it fine-tuned, you were going. And since you're always doing that anyway, why don't you make a career out of it? Guys, Sonoran Desert Institute quite literally gives you the opportunity and the knowledge and the skill base to make money in a passion that you enjoy. You can do firearms, ballistics, you can do gunsmithing, woodworking, you can do drones, you can do all sorts of things and get your foot in an industry that you actually like. You watch stuff like this all the time anyway, you might as well make it a career. Everything will be linked in the description box below. Make sure you check them out, Sonoran Desert Institute or SDI, and thank you to them for making this possible. All right. Let's get into this, guys, because one of the things that we're going to have to fight, and I'm going to say it for 4 years, is the Republicans who are in name only. They're not true Republicans. All they are is literally Democrats there for your own self-preservation with an R behind their name because it's more convenient. The Democrat Party that we were struggling against, that was the beginning salvo of this struggle for freedom. That was the hard part. There's also the easy part because we knew exactly who we were facing. There were no questions. In the RINOs, in the Republicans, when Trump has power, the House has power, and the Senate is power, all red, the RINOs are going to be the ones you can't trust or you can trust. That's why these videos are so important. This struggle is going to be much harder in the final step to get this done, and Lisa is showing a few of the fruits of our effort. Check this out. You're going to love this, every second of it.
But I think it's going to be hard, quite honestly. I think it's going to be hard in these next 4 years because you have an administration coming in that has had an opportunity to kind of see how things work, what didn't work, and now we've had 4 years to think about it, and the approach is going to be everybody toe the line. Everybody line up. We got you here, and if you want to survive, you better be good. Don't get on Santa's naughty list here because we will primary you.
Yep, it seems like they can learn. Here's the thing. 4 years of struggle because the deep state, well, I can't say the deep state, YouTube doesn't like that all the time, because the bureaucrats and the people who are there in perpetuity for their own benefit, those people were opposition to Trump for 4 years. They were nothing but a thorn in the side, and he couldn't get anything that he wanted done, most of the things that he wanted done. Now, they've had 4 years to think about it, as she said, and now they're back in power. It's toe the line or get out. Yep, love it. Hey, John Cornyn, Tom Tillis, John Thune, Lisa Murkowski, Susan Collins, you picking up the memo? Because the way that we get what we want done, guys, is we don't go to sleep. We actually hold these people's feet to the fire. And you can tell that Lisa Murkowski, RINO, is feeling it as well. And she's from Alaska, so she could easily get primaried. And she has a long career in her life ahead of her, especially since the politicians in the Senate like to go until they're 90. Anyway, let's continue, because she will be primaried.
My friend Joni Ernst, who is probably one of the more conservative, principled Republican leaders in the Senate right now, is being hung out to dry for not being good enough.
All right, time out. Gotta stop again. Joni Ernst is proving herself to be queen of the RINOs. She voted for Lloyd Austin. She voted for Merrick Garland. She voted for Steve Dettelbach. She voted for all the apparatus of the bureaucratic state of the Biden administration. She's also one of the co-negotiators for the Gun Control Act, the Gun Safety or Senate Bipartisan Safer Communities Act, which let the ATF run roughshod, along with Senator John Cornyn and Tom Tillis. Isn't that weird? How those names keep on popping up in the same connotation? It's odd, isn't it? They're telling you who they are. We're getting a short list together, and we are going to know who the RINOs are and who aren't. And for Lisa Murkowski to come out and say, Joni Ernst is getting hung out to dry for really coming out against Pete Hegseth and all the Trump nominations because she voted for the liberal ones, but she won't vote for the Republican ones. It's not difficult. You also voted for gun control. Not difficult. Your thoughts and your efforts betray you if you want to go Star Wars, but let's continue.
And you're going to get primaried.
Yeah, you are.
Well, you know, what's this all about? Why are we doing this to ourselves? So I think we're getting a little bit of a preview now of what it's going to mean to be allegiant to party. And I don't think that that's going to help us as a Republican Party, believe it or not. And I think it's going to energize and charge up the Democrats to say, all right, the Republicans are going to overreach. They're going to overreact. And so we're going to have an opportunity.
All right. So now I'm going to give her full credit on one thing that she said. And it's a viable, realistic danger. One of the things that happens currently in our population right now in the mental mindset of a power shift is the party that takes over the power basically flips the power base. Biden and the liberals did it on the left in 2020. And now Trump has the potential to do it with the conservatives and the MAGA side of things. You can overreach. You can get overconfident. You can go with the mandate and then scare the Republicans away until you have the independents going blue and you lose power again. That is completely possible. That's the only thing I'm giving her. But the only piece here is, what's that all about? You're going to primary me for not being a principled conservative? Oh, the audacity. Yeah, decades of corruption, decades of negotiating our rights away for your own personal benefit, but you get to stay in power the entire time as part of the apparatus. Yep, that's what's going to happen. You're going to get primaried. This is not just the conservative, ooh, we took power, it's our turn, right wing of the same bird, left wing of the same bird. Nah, we're kind of frying that bird for Thanksgiving. It's kind of over, right? That's what she's saying. Now let me jump over to CNN here. This is one of my buddies, Shermichael Singleton. He said something about Tom Tillis in this conversation. Listen to what he said. And this guy's sharp.
Republican Senator Shermichael, Tom Tillis, is warning that this pressure campaign on his colleagues risks backfiring on the Trump administration. Do you agree?
I don't agree with that. I mean, the president-elect received over 90% of Republican voters' support in this election. If voters in their states are calling them and saying, we expect that you support these individuals, that's their job. Those are the people who empowered them to represent them. And if they aren't going to support these individuals, at least have enough decency and respect for the president-elect to say, look, I'm not going to wait 2, 3, 4 weeks. I'm just not going to vote for this person. You don't have...
All right. So I'm going to stop him real quick because he's incredibly clever. I mean, he's a very smart guy. And I think he knows this, to be quite candid with you, just between you and I and the internet. The Republican senators who are acting like they're waffling, it's not about decency. It's about what can they get out of the negotiations by acting like they're waffling. That's what you're talking about. I think he knows that. But the point is, that's what they're doing. If Tom Tillis wants to come out and say the pressure campaign's not going to work, and then I just showed you Lisa Murkowski over here saying that the pressure campaign's working because they're going to get primaried, yeah, it's going to keep working. We're going to keep putting pressure on them. We're not going to stop. Because it's our turn. That's what I got for you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'll see you on the next one. Braden, out.